Now, a Hutch's weather update with Chief Meteorologist Hutch Johnson, brought to you by Robert Gibb and Sons.
Hello, everybody. Meteorologist Hutch Johnson joining you. A message from my sponsors at Robert Gibb and Sons. They have a special going on for a sump pump replacement. Stay dry and save. $550 is the cost of that sump pump replacement. Give them a call today. Get a professional $135 sump inspection, fully waived, if it needs to be replaced. Again, Robert Gibb and Sons, they'll get you taken care of. Let's talk a little bit about our weather. There's a lot of things to go over. We've got a drought update for you. There's a chance of northern lights. We have frost advisories. We have, well, some tornadoes across the nation as well. Nathan, good to have you on board. As always is the case on Hutch's Weather, I love your feedback. So go ahead and drop a note. Let me know where you're watching from. And hey, make sure you save questions or drop a question for me down the road here, and we'll get those addressed as well as we head through the evening. Let's start with a look at the drought update. We have really had some wet weather here over the last several days, and it's finally showing up in North Dakota's drought update this week. Now, last week, this is where we sat. Severe drought in northeasternmost North Dakota, north of Grand Forks, out there by the Pembina, Cavalier, Rock Lake area. Moderate drought is in the tan there, and this was today's update. Much improved conditions in that area thanks to the rain. Now, we are still dry, abnormally dry in the yellow, but a big-time change from severe drought that has lingered for months in northern portions of North Dakota. What about Minnesota, you say? I say this. Check this out. We were in severe drought all the way through most, if not all, of Kitson County, most of Roseau County, and then also Beltrami County, from the Red Lakes area through Bemidji and down south into Hubbard County as well. Now, that was surrounded by moderate drought in the tan here. That was last week, and with all of the rain, the severe drought is gone, folks. Now, we still have moderate drought in many of these areas of tan here, but we do have a little bit more rain on the way. I don't expect an appreciable amount over the next few days, but definitely some good news for everyone. Now we get a chance to dry out. We have some weather to talk about, but first, your temperatures tonight dropping down into the 40s. Not too bad, very comfortable. Partly cloudy skies, that's a good forecast for the other highlight key of the forecast, and that is the fact we have northern light potential heading through the night tonight. More on that in one moment. 70 degrees tomorrow. North winds continue, and they'll get a little breezier in the afternoon, gusting upwards of 30 or 35 miles per hour. Keep that in mind. Notice the cooler pool up here in north central and northeast Minnesota. A chance for some spotty sprinkles in that neck of the woods. All right, I let the cat out of the bag. Look at this. For tonight, there's a chance of northern lights here. This is tonight's forecast. The green means there's an okay chance of seeing the northern lights tonight. It's better than low. It's not high. High chances when we get into those orange colors here. So it does look like a good chance of seeing the northern lights the farther north you go tonight. So that cloud forecast will be important. But there is an excellent chance of seeing the northern lights tomorrow. And the red line is the viewing line where the farthest south extent of the northern lights may be. Look at that. Kansas, Missouri, all having a chance at seeing the northern lights here in North Dakota, Montana, and northern Minnesota. We're in the red. That means a very good chance tomorrow night. But will the clouds, will they allow it? Let's look at that right now. We'll go ahead and highlight that in the forecast as we take a look at the latest from the high resolution model here. As I load this up, you're going to notice, let me see. I think I got the wrong one here. There we go. Okay, let's go ahead and load this up. And now what we're going to take a look at here is not the temperature, but let's look at the cloud cover. So here's the cloud cover. And let's go to the more recent model that gives us some data. Okay. This is what we're enjoying tonight. Very clear conditions, quiet conditions across the valley. A few clouds are expected to stream in as we go through around the midnight hour here in the northern valley. So that may inhibit some of the viewing of the northern lights, but those clouds won't stay forever. They drift south and east. So most of us may have a chance at seeing the northern lights tonight. There'll be a few cloud chances as we go through, and that's it. Now, tomorrow's the good chance where there's a lot of potential for some amazing aurora displays. Let's check out the Friday night forecast. Here it is. Look at this. Clouds clearing in the evening, and look at this time about 10 to midnight here, the skies break and clear for the most part, and that should be fantastic for the viewing of the northern lights. We will see a few clouds spilling into the northern tier of counties as we go towards daybreak, but keep in mind, if you're out and about as you go through tonight, and again on your Friday night, make sure you take a look to the sky, because there's a chance at seeing that aurora. So there's a chance tonight and again tomorrow. Head away from the city lights. Hutch likes to go north. That's because you want to look to the northern sky. So if there's that light pollution by going south of the lights of the city, then that light pollution will still be in your way. So I like to go north of the FM area, north of the Grand Forks, East Grand Forks, and that'll give you a better chance of seeing them. And then look to the north, low on the horizon. Tomorrow, we may not even need to look low on the horizon. All right, it's time to check the radar. There's not a lot on the radar in our neck of the woods. Temperatures still in the mid-60s right here. 64 at Moorheads Airport. Look at this. It's still 70 at Hector. 63 for you in Mahnomen. And look at this, all the way out towards Bismarck, 64. We have Winkler joining in at 70 degrees as well. Valhalla, 68. Roseau, 63 for you. 64 in Baudette, and up at that Angle Inlet, it's 55 degrees at this hour. Bemidji, 59, and Detroit Lakes at 61 degrees. Fergus Falls, by the way, you have 63 gorgeous degrees. See this purple? Oh my goodness. This is northern Wisconsin, folks. The Superior area, that is a freeze warning in effect, okay? Now that we've hit the growing season, the National Weather Service will start putting out these freeze and frost advisories. But look at that. Temperatures that will dip down well below freezing in northern parts of Wisconsin heading into the night. Now, there is some severe weather. We'll touch on that very briefly down in the deep south. As we take a look, there's a storm heading here, basically right in this general vicinity. Let's see if we can, let's take a look at this cell right here. This was tornadic just a minute ago. This one had 4-inch diameter hail just 1 minute ago. Now they're estimating a tornado is possible from this storm, tennis ball size hail. Let's take a look at the latest local radar from that. And you can just watch this system as I loop it through for the last hour or so. That spinning motion to it as it works its way to the southeast right there through San Marcos. So a very strong storm, still capable of tennis balls or greater as far as hail goes. Drifting off to the east, we have a lot of severe thunderstorm warnings down in the deep part of the south. And there's a severe thunderstorm watch that extends all the way through Jackson, Mississippi, and on into Montgomery, Alabama, and Birmingham, where we do have severe thunderstorm warnings in and around the Birmingham area as we head into the evening. Let's take a look at the latest radar from these storms, mainly worrying about some gusty straight line winds from these cells as they also likewise are drifting east-southeast as they work their way through. So stout thunderstorms in the deep south tonight. For us, we got a quiet one in store, and it's going to stay that way for a while. Hi, Kathy from Grafton. It's good to have you on board. Karen as well. Katie, thanks for joining in Macintosh. Let's talk about our extended forecast here as we head through the next few days. This is brought to you by my new sponsors from Precision Lawn and Landscaping. I got to tell you what, they've got the Hutch's discount, and I am excited to tell you about this. You give them a call today if you want any of that maintenance work done. They're giving new customers a 10% Hutch discount on lawn maintenance. That includes mowing, if you need that power raking done, the aerating, any of that kind of lawn work to get your lawn spruced up for the upcoming season. Give Precision Lawn and Landscape a call today. Forecast looks good. Now Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and even Monday looks like a pretty dry spell with temperatures really warming up. So if you're waiting to get some seeds in the ground, you ag folks out there, it's a pretty good opportunity to do so if you're not dealing with a ton of mud to begin with here. A nice dry spell, and then it's to be followed up with an increased chance of rain as we go into the middle of next week. It looks like it holds off most of Monday, but then on Tuesday, a chance of rain and thunder is going to be likely, and that system could linger with north winds behind it through the middle of the week. Models not in too good agreement here. Hutch will let you know that my confidence in the Wednesday, Thursday forecast a little bit lower. Some models still have us up in the 80-degree range, but I do think I'm going to follow that European model close guidance on this one. That low pressure system with the north winds cooling us back down towards more seasonable temperatures for the middle of next week. But enjoy the weekend. I'm meteorologist Hutch Johnson. I'm thankful for all of you trusting me with your weather information. Thanks for putting up with my crusty voice and my scratchy throat here, as I still am battling a little bit of a cold here in this beautiful weather. But I still want to sit outside and enjoy some sunshine and vitamin D. You all have a good evening. We'll check back in again tomorrow on your Friday.